The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On first down, Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told.
They had pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Sauce Gardner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Hardman on the return.
Gets around him. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Now it's Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Gibbs.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Gibbs again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Hardman to return.
Spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over first and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
Now Richardson. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Here we go, stack. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Richardson.
Fighting through pressure. Able to shake him off. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Dragon 60.
Here's Richardson to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Voyagers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, first and goal.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Richardson looking to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Voyagers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They juked him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and And all the way in for the touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Voyagers continue to pull away here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defensive rookie, that play only picked up 5 yards.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action with Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Steps away to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No, no. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Voyagers are pouring it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Richardson looking to throw this.
This is caught. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 5
yards on the pickup. And this
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
a loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Street. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Bring it. Shot alert. Shot on the check. Panther. Alert. No.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. 2nd and short now following the fumble.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Pushing through the contact. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Ready.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half.
And the Voyagers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 3 touchdown passes there for Desmond Ridder. From there, we head east to the land.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A give right side for Gibbs. Down to about the 45.
And quickly they get to the line.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the 25, here's a second down and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. 3rd down and 10. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Oh, some strong running. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll try again. And he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now it's Richardson.
Being chased out left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Voyagers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Sauce Gardner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again.
Sauce Gardner
dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what...
And he's going to go down again.
Sauce Gardner
in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Oh!
Still going. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Voyagers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sauce Gardner in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Voyayers.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At his 48-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready up.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
21-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Gets past one man. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Voyagers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Now second and 9. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. We'll give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Now, faster,
And
faster.
he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard
79
line.
Broncos.
First down, Voyagers.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just